ang ating pang-anim na C ay credit. What comes to mind, Alan, pag naririnig mo ang salitang ito?
Honestly, yung two opposites. Credit, utang.
Okay.
At credit grabber. Yung gusto mo, ikaw lang mabango. Credit, pwede ka bang umutang o credit card, di ba? And then yung kabila naman, credit grabbing. Yung
I just wanted to find out. Yung tanong ito ng marami. Gaano ba talaga kalaki ang utang natin?
So, Kuya Boy, simplify natin. There's good debt and there's bad debt.
Okay.
Diba? Pag ako nangutang at mas malaki yung kinikita ko kaso dun sa interest and I'm making money, then positive yung pagkautang ko, di ba? So theoretically, when government borrows, it's for productive means. Kalye na lalaki ekonomiya natin, mga ospital na mapapagamot yung mga may sakit para mas productive, di ba? But it's not that efficient. And from Pinoy's time, to be fair kay President GMA, may mga ginawa sila their last 2 years, di ba? Like the VAT, yung problema sa debt sa Napocor, di ba? I think sa NFA may mga inayos din sila sa mga presyo ng bigas. Then kay Pinoy nag-boom. Then until the pandemic kay Duterte. So, and then paganda ng paganda yung credit rating. Ang problema, Kuya Boy, nasanay tayo na maganda. And then nung pandemic kasi, maraming bansa lumampas sa usual.
Oo.
So, problema, Kuya Boy, as usual, wala tayong red line. Ang singil naman kasi nasa huli parati. Yung pagsisisi nasa huli. Now, we need that space. Diba? So, baga sa credit card, Kuya Boy, bumili na akong iPhone kasi maganda naman to at malaki naman sweldo ko. Kuya Boy, bumili ako ng bagong headphones kasi trabaho ko naman call center. So, and Kuya Boy, ang limit ko naman is 1 million nasa 800,000 pa lang. Nagka-crisis ngayon. Lumiit din sweldo mo. We're being attacked on several sides. On one side, the remittances, kasi napakarami nating OFW sa Middle East, tinamaan din ng Qatar, tinamaan din ng UAE, tinamaan din ang, of course, Israel, Bahrain. Okay. I remember 2007, 2008, nung rice crisis, yung organic, yung vermiculture, yung paikutin mo yung tinatanim, lahat ng alternative sa fertilizer na, kasi remember, nagka-fertilizer scam din tayo.
Right.
That was, I think, 2003, 2004, na nabulga noong 2005.
Okay.
So, but ang point ko, Kuya Boy, we didn't take that. So, we were mad. We did some reforms, but we didn't completely change. So, ngayon, may credit crunch tayo.
Okay.
Diba? Yung credit is not now our friend. Balik tayo sa community. That's where the business community can help us. Nandun yung pera
Punta tayo dun sa isang credit. Yung credit grabbing na sinasabi natin. Anong epekto nito sa krisis sa pinagdadaanan natin bilang isang bayan?
Well, I remember President Carter nung natalo siya kay President Reagan. Sabi niya, I hate politics because nothing gets done. Kasi nga yung away nila kung sino may credit, kung hindi rin lang, wag nang gawin, etc. But I remember Kennedy naman, President Kennedy, sabi naman ni President Kennedy, I love politics. Because of it, everything gets done. And, I was reminded of that because I was reading comments by Philippine leaders about AI. Baka thousands of jobs mawala. Baka call centers mawala. Baka ganito mawala. And then I read the statement of Prime Minister Modi ng India. Sabi ni Prime Minister Modi, another wave of new millionaires and new billionaires is coming because of AI. Thousands of high-quality jobs, maybe 10, maybe hundreds of thousands of jobs, will be created in India because of AI. So you can see, Kuya Boy, the same thing. So I think, Kuya Boy, in one sense, there's good about authorship sa credit. Diba? Si ganito thought of this, si ganito thought of that. Diba? So like, for example, when we had that resolution asking the proactive plan, I said, wag na tayo mag-author lang buong Senate. And everyone appreciated it. Sometimes magnan mo, sometimes hindi. Di ba? I mean,
okay.
But yun nga, it shouldn't, how do I put it? Kung patay tayo lahat, Kuya Boy, walang may credit.
No. Right.
So pagka-crisis, medyo isang tabi natin ng konti yung yung credit, yung credit grabbing.
Bumabalik ka doon sa mga usapin na may kinalaman sa values, may kinalaman sa itong pag-uusapan nating huli na si credibility. Ano ang papel ng credibility? Ano ang magagawa ng kredibilidad sa mga panahon na ganito?
I think if there's one word that you mentioned dun sa dami nating scene na pinag-usapan, yung credibility kasi one creates trust.
Oo.
Credibility also gives you credit, gives you space. Diba? So parang if everyone tells me, Alan pa utang, wala namang credit, then I see you, Kuya Boy, lahat umutang, Alan pa utangin mo na, sagot ko na yan pag hindi nagbayad. May credibility ka sa akin.
Oo.
Diba? Ganun din, confusion. Ang hirap po talaga sabihin nowadays na, guys, maniwala kayo, ako bahala dyan. Especially with social media.
Pero pag may credibility
as soon
ka,
as someone says,
Oo.
diba? So ngayon, maraming marunong. Tunay na marunong, hindi nagmamarunong. But since opposite yung views, tirahan ng tirahan. Diba? But if it's someone with credibility in all sides, suddenly you diba? Ganon din sa corruption. Because it keeps happening and because no one's perfect. But if you have credibility, you have time. Let's not talk about local politics. Mabigat ngayon ang politics ng US at ng China. So if we don't understand that in our own identity, maiipit tayo dyan one way or the other.
mawawala ka.
But when we understand who we are, what their interest is, what our interests are, we can actually come up with a credible strategy, diba? And we can be part of the community. Kasi ang ASEAN wants to be one community. Pero every country niya may sariling strategy din. Diba? But kung ikaw ang wild card na on one administration super pro-US, on the other super ganyan, even your ka-community, mahihilo sa'yo.
Oo.
And your credibility will be affected talaga.
Alan, mensahe sa sambayanan.
Si pa rin, kalma lang, di ba? I mean, I was going back to 2022, no? Alam mo ng mga churches sa Pilipinas, whether yan ay Catholic or ano, except for a few, no, but many, medyo critical yan ng gobyerno, critical ng Duterte administration. So, meron din critical ng Marcos administration. So, it's an American pastor, may edad na. Tapos he was saying, I know many of you are anxious. Kanya. And you don't know what's happening in your politics. Sabi niya, but I want you to know, God is in control. So it's something a pastor would say, di ba? But itong kasunod sinabi niya, I want you to know, I was here in the 70s. And I was in Mindanao. And they were shooting in the streets, sometimes daily in a week, something like that. So na-realize ko, oo nga, no? Here is someone who was here 50 years ago, a foreigner, and then sa Mindanao pa, di ba, iba yung kuryente pa noon, wala pang internet, and then nagbabarilan, telling us, whatever you're facing, trust God. No? So I just want to tell people na, yes, we have to be proactive. Yes, we have to put a step to our faith. Tama yung sa Bible, let's not live by sight alone. Diba? Kailangan may faith talaga. You know, take a deep breath, calm, and just, you know, part of trusting God is to continue to engage. Lord, ano bang plano mo?
No.
Lord, Lord, pinagdadasal ko tong leader na to, titigilan ko naman. Di ba? Sometimes we avoid the reverse talaga eh.
And listen.
You know? Yeah, so it's like ako ngayon, usually dati, the more asar ako, more na gusto kong hindi mag-succeed yung tao na yon. But then I realized that's precisely what it means na love your enemies. The more na asar ka dun, the more na may pag-pray mo siya. Umaasar ka na sa sarili mo na na instead of for praying for it's, Kuya Boy, if we just pray for people we love and like, we're no different than what the devil is doing, di ba? And that's a biblical truth, but sometimes it has to slap you in the face. No? So, thank you, Kuya Boy.
Maraming salamat.
Inumaga tayo.
Thank you, Alan. Maraming salamat. Kalma lang tayo. Kalma lang tayo lahat. Thank you.